Nobody expected a quiet Tokyo reunion between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei to emotionally explode into what fans are now calling the most unforgettable celebrity confession of the year. And before you scroll away, you need to stay until the very end, because what reportedly happened beneath the glowing Tokyo skyline involved hidden emotions, private tears, secret midnight conversations, emotional breakdowns, shocking confessions, and one breathtaking moment so powerful that fans across the world are still emotionally shaking afterward. So subscribe right now because this story unfolds with romance, regret, emotional vulnerability, secret feelings, and scenes so mind-blowing nobody watching will emotionally recover quickly afterward. For weeks, fans everywhere had already emotionally celebrated rumors surrounding Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei secretly reuniting publicly in Tokyo afterward. At first, many people believed the entire situation emotionally sounded impossible privately. Different schedules. Separate projects publicly. No confirmed appearances together privately afterward. But according to insiders, whispers about their reunion reportedly started spreading emotionally after multiple witnesses publicly spotted both stars privately arriving separately at the same luxury Tokyo hotel afterward. At first, fans assumed the situation merely represented coincidence, publicly. Because according to insiders, both actors reportedly traveled frequently emotionally for work and private brand events afterward. But then more shocking details reportedly started emerging publicly afterward. Witnesses later claimed Zhang Linghe allegedly spent unusually long hours privately inside the hotel instead of attending scheduled public activities emotionally afterward. Meanwhile, according to sources, Tian Xiwei reportedly canceled several evening appearances publicly at the very last minute privately afterward. And according to insiders, entertainment staff emotionally connected those strange schedule changes together almost immediately afterward. Then came the blurry late-night photographs that emotionally changed everything publicly forever afterward. According to witnesses, Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei reportedly appeared together privately walking quietly through a nearly empty Tokyo street emotionally beneath glowing neon lights afterward. Rain reportedly falling softly publicly around them privately afterward. Both stars dressed simply emotionally, trying desperately publicly to avoid attention afterward. But according to insiders, witnesses reportedly noticed something emotionally different immediately about their body language privately afterward. Not awkward publicly. Not distant privately. Instead, according to sources, the emotional atmosphere reportedly felt heartbreakingly intimate afterward. Quiet conversations publicly. Lingering eye contact privately. Moments of emotional silence between them afterward that looked far deeper publicly than ordinary friendship privately ever could afterward. Fans everywhere immediately exploded emotionally online afterward. Some screamed publicly that the reunion emotionally confirmed hidden feelings privately between them afterward. Others insisted the chemistry publicly looked too emotionally genuine privately to fake afterward. Meanwhile, according to insiders, neither Zhang Linghe nor Tian Xiwei publicly addressed the rumors emotionally afterward. But behind closed doors, witnesses allegedly claimed something far more emotional reportedly unfolded privately than anyone publicly realized afterward. According to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly arranged a private rooftop dinner emotionally for Tian Xiwei publicly late one rainy evening afterward. Witnesses later described the location as breathtaking emotionally beyond words privately. Luxury rooftop overlooking Tokyo skyline publicly glowing beneath endless lights afterward. Soft gold candles reportedly flickering emotionally across the table privately while rain quietly tapped against surrounding glass afterward. According to insiders, Zhang Linghe reportedly arrived first emotionally, already appearing visibly nervous privately before Tian Xiwei even reached the rooftop afterward. Witnesses later claimed he allegedly kept adjusting small details emotionally around the table publicly while repeatedly checking the elevator privately afterward. Because according to sources, he reportedly planned emotionally for this conversation privately far longer than anyone publicly knew afterward. Then Tian Xiwei reportedly arrived emotionally wearing a long dark coat publicly with rain softly glistening privately across her hair afterward. Witnesses later described the atmosphere emotionally freezing the moment publicly their eyes met afterward. Because according to insiders, neither actor reportedly expected the emotional tension privately between them publicly to feel so overwhelming afterward. At first conversation allegedly remained light emotionally. Tokyo lights publicly. Travel stories privately. Old filming memories emotionally afterward. But according to witnesses, something reportedly shifted emotionally once the rain outside became heavier publicly afterward. The atmosphere privately reportedly became quieter afterward, more vulnerable emotionally. At one point, insiders claimed Tian Xiwei softly laughed publicly while recalling emotional moments privately from earlier collaborations afterward. And according to sources, Zhang Linghe reportedly suddenly became completely silent emotionally afterward. Witnesses later described him privately staring publicly at Tian Xiwei for several seconds afterward, without speaking emotionally at all. Then came the shocking moment fans everywhere reportedly cannot emotionally stop talking about publicly afterward. According to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly quietly admitted emotionally that no matter how much time publicly passed privately afterward, he never truly emotionally moved on from Tian Xiwei afterward. That confession reportedly instantly changed the emotional atmosphere forever publicly afterward. Witnesses later claimed Tian Xiwei reportedly froze emotionally completely privately hearing those words afterward. Because according to insiders, she allegedly never expected Zhang Linghe publicly to finally confess privately feelings he reportedly spent years emotionally hiding afterward. Meanwhile, rain reportedly crashed harder publicly against surrounding glass afterward while Tokyo lights reflected emotionally across the rooftop privately around them afterward. According to sources, Zhang Linghe reportedly continued emotionally speaking privately before fear publicly could stop him afterward. Witnesses later claimed he allegedly admitted emotionally that every project, every interview, every public appearance privately afterward still somehow emotionally reminded him publicly of Tian Xiwei afterward. That confession reportedly visibly shook Tian Xiwei emotionally, according to insiders nearby afterward. Because according to sources, even after emotional distance publicly separated them privately for months afterward, hearing Zhang Linghe finally emotionally speak openly publicly reportedly reopened feelings she privately tried desperately to bury afterward. Then came another devastating revelation emotionally nobody expected afterward. According to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly admitted publicly he almost rejected future romance projects privately because emotionally no scripted chemistry afterward ever truly compared publicly to what he privately felt beside Tian Xiwei afterward. That sentence reportedly emotionally shattered Tian Xiwei instantly, according to witnesses nearby afterward. Because according to sources, part of her allegedly believed publicly their emotional connection privately existed only inside fans' imaginations afterward. But hearing Zhang Linghe emotionally confess publicly otherwise reportedly completely changed everything privately afterward. Meanwhile, according to insiders, Tian Xiwei reportedly quietly looked away emotionally afterward while struggling publicly to maintain composure privately beneath the overwhelming confession afterward. At one point, witnesses claimed she allegedly softly asked Zhang Linghe emotionally why he waited publicly so long privately to finally speak afterward. And according to insiders, his answer reportedly emotionally devastated everyone nearby afterward. Because according to sources, Zhang Linghe allegedly admitted publicly he feared emotionally losing Tian Xiwei privately completely afterward if his feelings were not returned publicly. That confession reportedly emotionally broke the final wall privately between them afterward. Then, according to witnesses, Tian Xiwei allegedly quietly admitted emotionally she spent months publicly convincing herself privately their connection meant less afterward than it truly emotionally did publicly. Because according to insiders, the emotional pressure surrounding celebrity rumors privately terrified her afterward. Fear of headlines publicly. Fear of fan reactions privately. Fear of emotional disappointment afterward. Yet according to sources, hearing Zhang Linghe finally emotionally speak publicly made pretending privately impossible afterward. Then came the moment fans everywhere reportedly cried over emotionally once fragments, later leaked publicly afterward. According to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly stood slowly emotionally from the table publicly before quietly walking privately toward Tian Xiwei afterward beneath the glowing skyline emotionally around them afterward. Witnesses later described the atmosphere as heartbreakingly cinematic publicly beyond words privately afterward. Rain reportedly reflecting emotionally across glass rooftops publicly, while soft piano music quietly played privately from inside the restaurant afterward. Then, according to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly softly admitted emotionally that every city publicly felt empty privately whenever Tian Xiwei emotionally disappeared afterward from his life publicly. That confession reportedly completely shattered Tian Xiwei emotionally instantly, according to witnesses nearby afterward. Because according to sources, she allegedly finally realized publicly his feelings privately had remained emotionally real all along afterward. At one point, insiders claimed Tian Xiwei reportedly started quietly crying emotionally afterward while trying publicly to smile privately at the same time afterward. Witnesses later described Zhang Linghe allegedly looking completely emotionally devastated publicly, seeing her tears privately afterward. Then, according to insiders, Tian Xiwei allegedly quietly whispered emotionally that the hardest part publicly was not denying feelings privately for Zhang Linghe afterward. It was emotionally trying publicly to survive without privately acknowledging them afterward. That sentence reportedly emotionally destroyed everyone nearby instantly afterward. Because suddenly the emotional reunion publicly transformed privately from celebrity gossip afterward into something heartbreakingly real emotionally. Two people publicly carrying hidden feelings privately for far longer afterward than anyone emotionally realized publicly. Then came the breathtaking confession, reportedly changing everything forever afterward. According to witnesses, Tian Xiwei allegedly quietly admitted emotionally she never truly stopped publicly thinking privately about Zhang Linghe afterward, no matter how hard emotionally she tried publicly to move forward afterward. That confession reportedly completely shattered Zhang Linghe emotionally, according to insiders nearby afterward. Meanwhile, Tokyo lights reportedly glowed endlessly emotionally around them privately, while the rain slowly softened publicly afterward. And, according to witnesses, both stars allegedly remained standing emotionally beside each other privately for several minutes afterward, without speaking publicly at all afterward. Because according to insiders, neither reportedly wanted emotionally to break the moment publicly, surrounding them privately afterward. Then, according to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly softly admitted emotionally that no matter what publicly happened privately afterward, he no longer wanted emotionally to keep hiding publicly how deeply he privately cared afterward. That confession reportedly emotionally broke fans completely once details leaked publicly afterward. Because suddenly the Tokyo reunion publicly became far more emotionally powerful privately than anyone originally imagined afterward. Not simple celebrity chemistry publicly. Not playful fan speculation privately. But two people emotionally confronting publicly feelings privately they could no longer hide afterward. And perhaps that became the most unforgettable part of this entire emotional Tokyo story forever. Not the glowing skyline publicly. Not the rooftop dinner privately. Not even the breathtaking confession emotionally afterward. But the painful realization that sometimes two people publicly spend years emotionally running privately from feelings afterward, only to finally discover publicly the connection never emotionally disappeared at all afterward. If this story touched your heart and you want more emotional drama stories like this, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who understands that sometimes the most powerful confessions publicly are not the loudest emotionally, but the ones privately carried inside the heart forever until love finally becomes too strong publicly to hide afterward.